Well, it's midday, and along the way, choose Voice for Veterans on Radio St. Pete online. It's time for information, some education, more entertainment, and conversation. We make it fun in the sun radio at your home, office, or on the run. Explore services that help veterans survive and keep your interests alive. It's Keep the Boss of the Beach now within your reach on Radio St. Pete online. It's Voice for Vets. We're at your service and doing fine. Well, hello there. I want to tell you all something. If you want the best in food, you no longer have to just go to Central Avenue. You can go pretty much anywhere in of course, Pinellas County. We got a lot of places. People say, what is Pinellas County going to be? Because traditionally, Pinellas County has been a retirement community starting back in the 30s and the 40s. Now, young people have taken over. And we got a lot of our veterans moving into this area. And I want to say thank you for listening to Keith, the Boss of the Beach, WVETOnlineradio.com. And we're broadcasting this weekend over our local station right here, 96.7. And, of course, Sunshine Radio. And on Thursday morning, Thursday midday, Saturday morning, enjoy Voice for Veterans. Now, I happen to be out in the community today, and I'm talking live off the streets right here in Pinellas County, and I went down today to my Veteran Center at 501 First Street North, up on the 5th floor. Guess what? It makes a lot of sense. We do have our representation for our veterans downtown St. Pete. They've been here for a while, and one of the people who are with us, Tim, our engineer, has gone to one of the clinics over in the Hillsborough area. They're opening up 2 in Pinellas County. I will keep you abreast of what those things mean. That means you no longer have to go directly to if you just have a minor situation. You don't have to go over there and wait there at Bay Pines. Of course, the lines are much shorter now. The appointments are much shorter now. James Haley, the appointments are much shorter now. So I want everybody to know that the positive side of what we've all been doing to lift our veterans up, we finally can say it's working. Yes, things are getting better, but we have some other challenges that we're going to be talking about. And one is the concept of moving AI in place of people. And I'm talking about your VA hospitals. A lot of the information will be AI instead of people. I'm thinking that maybe we need to rethink that. And we're going to be talking about it. I'm going to bring it up again at the show. Why in the middle of the show, I want to talk to you about AI versus people. We're going to do a whole show on that because it's something that's a challenge that we're going to have to either embrace or overcome. At this point, we're gathering information so we can put it out there so everybody gets to know a little bit more about AI versus people. And I understand some of the things that are good with AI, but some of them are not going to be good because we still need people. One of our programs that we're going to be pushing this year is Vets, helping vets worldwide all the time. Vets, helping vets worldwide all the time. You can't do better than that. Except we're looking at corporations to step in. We're looking for the schools to step in. We're looking for hospitals to step in and do more for veterans. Okay? What does that mean? That means you can stand up and say, we support vets too. Okay? And for those who see a reason to do this, step up and get your other veterans to do the same thing. All right, I'll be right back. Listen to this wonderful piece of good music from Pinellas County.
go again, jumping into the deep end. Slowly I descend beneath. Animals are friends, how they trick me into believing I am one of them, drowning in my skin. Just let go. Beyond my control. I'm sinking. Do you think I care? Last deep breath, am I breathing? Even though there's no air, lights reflect. Am I dreaming? Release from what I can't bear. No, I won't be controlled. Face down, left to float into this grave. Just let go. Beyond your control. Will let myself just a slightest hand, gravity suspended. Will let myself
Hello, we're back again. I hope you enjoyed that song. I'm going to be making sure that I always mention one of our local artists along with the national stuff that we're going to play musically. Again, Virginia Rose. She's a wonderful artist. And Ryan, her manager, and them play around all the time. If you see the name, please support them. They support vets too. Now, the program that allows the local people in the Tampa Bay area to have use for our veterans in one of the outsourced clinics is called the Mission Act. Be sure if you go to the clinic, say I'm a veteran and I understand that you all honor the Mission Act, and get that service without having to go all the way to James Haley or all the way to Bay Pines just to get something done that you need. Please, the Mission Act. Write it down. Put it on your refrigerator. Veterans, I need you to do it. But you other businesses who support veterans, if they walk in, if it's a pharmacy or something like that, ask them if they're aware of what the Mission Act does and where the locations are. This is a team effort. And we're going to always thank, of course, Joe Bardo right there, keeping our stations rolling and going. We're looking to expand, and we appreciate everybody in this market. We appreciate everybody doing what they're doing, and we want to say thank you. Now, there are a couple of other organizations that I always mention. The Crisis Line. Got the number? Please. I'm going to post it on the website. I'm going to have it blinking. If you're having any problems, please, let's do that. Let's put that crisis line where you can. I just walked outside to get a little bit of fresh air as I'm overlooking this great metropolis of ours, and I was just thinking about all of the places where veterans are welcome. You know, we have a tendency to feel like we only have one or two places to go, but in the St. Pete area, which is getting ready to be the entertainment side of Tampa Bay's great metropolis. You know, if you're in Los Angeles and you want some good entertainment, you go to Hollywood. If you're in New York and you want some great entertainment, you go to Broadway. If you're in Miami and you want to chase the entertainment rainbow, you know where to go, South Beach. Now, Tampa is getting ready to set its place for entertainment. And it's really St. Pete. So all of our veterans are welcome downtown St. Pete. Feel free to come and enjoy yourself. A lot of great food, a lot of great entertainment, a lot of great places to visit. We got 2 or 3 great museums. You know, veterans are welcome everywhere. And we're going to start making sure that those little stickers are on all of the windows that say, we support vets too. So the veterans get a chance to enjoy and be recognized. You know, a lot of people don't know that most of the Afghanistan-Iraqi war was fought out of MacDill. So that means that after World War II, we know that the big bases on the West Coast gained its Presidio and all of those. They made movies about it. Well, Tampa Bay is on the way. We now have stood up for all of our veterans. And a lot of veterans who are coming back after the Afghanistan war, and they're still coming out, are stopping here to be released. And a lot of them aren't leaving. So we have a great, great, great opportunity to grow another veterans community in the United States that'll stand for all time. No matter what you say, if you go to California and you start talking about veterans, you're going to end up in San Diego, Oceanside, one of those areas outside of San Francisco where Presidio was. That made the difference in the state of California. Florida is getting ready to get the same benefits. We're going to be able to do what we can to support those new families coming here to live and help us grow this great community. And it starts with veterans. So we're going to keep it up. Veterans helping veterans worldwide, locally, all the time, forever. If we do that, we can lift the pressure off the VA and make America greater again. Period. We love it, we enjoy it, and we have found that a lot of other things are coming to support this area. You know, I like this area because of its weather. In the last week, I think we've had 4 cold days. Today happens to be beautiful. I'm standing outside right now, and I'm telling you, it's maybe a shade of a cloud in the sky. But guess what? We're saluting all of our veterans who are standing with me. Yes. I want to thank of all the people who showed up out there and supported the veterans activity at the Quaker States and the Harley Davidson across the street. They do some stuff to support veterans, and I got a chance to meet and take pictures and stuff. Feel free to go on WVETonlineradio.com. We're going to post all the pictures, and we're going to say thank you and salute a lot of our veterans. Most of the veterans I talked to were actually Vietnam. And to get Vietnam veterans to talk to you was a blessing. I'm realizing now how the World War II veterans are fading away fast. I don't know how many we're losing on a regular basis, but I met with a lot of the wives and the families of veterans. So we want all of the brats and the sidekicks to stand up and help us move this project to the top of the letter. We don't want it to be on the signature. We want it to be a heading on the letterhead. We support vets and vets helping vets. That's a new place in time. And we're kicking it off right here, of course. WVETOnlineradio.com. Voice for Vets. Voice for Veterans. And I just got a wonderful call today. Waddell McGee, one of the founders of American Veterans Alliance, Society for Hispanic Veterans, and all those, has gotten much better. The doctors let him out the hospital. He's back at home, and he is happy as he can be. He says he'll be back. We're going to do a whole show on him talking about how they took care of him at the VA hospital, because he had the opportunity to go to some other big hospitals, but he's said, no, I'm going to the hospital. My wife worked for 20 years. I'm going to the hospital. This helped me all along. I'm going to stick with my VA. And it came out okay. So we're going to have a positive approach to the Miami VA hospital who took care of Waddell McGee. And he said he's fine. And, of course, unfortunately, he had a little bout of pancreatic cancer. And for you to come back out of that, you got to be at a good place. So we salute all of our VA hospitals. And we're saying you got help coming from the community. You got help coming, and especially in our area right here. Because a lot of our veterans are here, and a lot of the family members are still here. So guess what? We're going to stand up. We're going to do all we can to make sure that the voice for veterans stays current. Again, next week, we're going to be doing a whole program on AI versus humanity. When it comes to veterans, we might have to replace some of these older people, but guess what? They're just going to be replaced. But we want more people to come in. We'd rather give the jobs to some young people coming in from Afghanistan and some of the other areas. Okay? But AI may be a solution to some of the problems. I don't think so. But if it is, it is. If it's not, it's not. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to have a lot more information and respect. And guess what? When you got the right information, you can make the right decision. We got the right information, so we're going to make the right decision. You know, and I was thinking about how this thing is changing in time. You know, we're away from the election side of everything, so people are now spending time talking to each other. What's going to happen in a few years from now? Where are we going to be standing? What are we going to be looking at? And one of the things we're going to be looking at is vets, helping vets all the time. There's some other veterans projects that are being put up. Sole purpose. Vets helping vets all the time. We're going to make a difference. And over the last 10 years, we've been running this radio program and running this radio shows across the country. We're planning 3 other things that's going to be coming up. Number 1, we're going to do RVs Unite America. And we're bringing in, calling on RV people to join us. And we're going to be giving you the date. RVs Unite America. We're going to have RVs coming from all over the United States to meet in one location. We're going to be giving you that and thanking our AARP and our AAA for their help in helping us to notify the veterans of what they can do to help show their support. And we want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in and listened to this radio program. And guess what? They got 3 or 4 other really great programs that you can listen to. I'm going to be going over them in detail. Some of them are local. Some of them are national. And right after me, I think is the blues guy. And then there's a jazz guy. So we have a variety of talk, but we also have a variety of wonderful music. And when I say wonderful music, I mean exceptional music. Today is one of those days because we're looking at the second month of the year, February. Second month of the year is already here. So let's get ready to stand up for February. The 2 big holidays in February. One is love. Valentine's Day. Okay? The other one is that the whole month of February is Black History Month. You will be hearing a lot about our soldiers who served. I always take 1 week during this month and I highlight the Buffalo Soldiers, you know, and they are doing some big things. They are going to be going out to the Super Bowl in LA, just like they were here. And they said to tell everybody, I hope your team wins. Guess what? Our team is already lost. And we praying that that boy don't retire. Give us one more year because we might win something. Outside of that, we might not never win nothing. Tampa Bay has made its stand back in the National Football League by being the first one to host a game. Guess what? And win it. So we'll see. Another activity that I want all my veterans to keep their eyes open for is the coming, the Renaissance Festival for veterans has a Veterans Day, Media Day just for our veterans, and we're looking for that to be very important. And we're going to keep it as an important thing that we can do. We'll see. Be there. Come enjoy yourself. I'll be giving you more information and ways, like we say, win them before you buy them. Right here. Okay? You're part of what we're doing. It's going to make a difference. Yes. When I say make a difference, and I mean make a difference. Yes. Making a difference is the same thing as vets helping vets. Making a difference is being able to stand up and say we support vets too. Making a difference is tuning in to this radio station and saying, what can I do to be more a part of this community? Radio is here to stay. Guess what? All the way. Enjoy it, love it, and do what you can do to support it. We're all here to do the same thing. Take care of each other. Somebody asked me, what was the philosophy that got me here? It's called UP, Universal Positive Principle Philosophy. I'm Keith, the boss of the beach, and this is WDET online radio show, Voice for Veterans. Starting next week, going to be talking a whole lot about AI versus humanity. Do you want more AI interference along with your doing stuff for veterans? Or would you just like to take some of those veterans coming back from Afghanistan, give them the jobs, train them, and let them work directly with veterans as they walk into these locations and do it? We'll see. It's going to happen one way or the other. But we want to be a part of the information coming out so everybody has an honest interpretation of what you can expect from this new way of doing stuff. It's like the Bitcoin. I walked into a convenience store and the lady was talking about Bitcoins, and I asked the lady, I said, will you take mine right now? She said, no. I said, why not? She says, we can't take Bitcoins now for retail, blah, 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 blah. I said, okay. So I'm going to stick with cash for a while. If you got money to invest, why not? I'm sure 25 years from now, they'll be talking about, when did you get in? And we're going to say, we supported the veterans. We informed the veterans. The veterans were glad to have this radio station and these people talking to them to make sure that they could get the right information and to make the right choice when and where you can. The when is now. The where is, guess what? Right here in the Tampa Bay area, St. Petersburg. And guess who it is? 96.7 FM. Sunshine Radio. Believe me, you can do anything you want to as long as you keep your eye on the prize. You know where you're going, you'll get there. If you're fishing, you better get some more bait because the waters are getting kind of murky. And that's an old sailor's tale. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen to the show today. We greatly appreciate it. We're going to end this show with another request, and that is continue to listen after this program. Enjoy the music. And stay with us all day long and enjoy more information, especially in this area and especially with the local stuff coming along. Many blessings. Keith, the boss of the beach, voice for veterans, over and out.
times in my life when I needed a friend. You were there for me every day, but no one seemed to care. So I want to thank you for all the songs you gave to me, for the passion, the groove, the melodies. Thank you for everything. In the good times and the bad times, and when I'm feeling blue, every moment can be better when I reach out to you. So I want to thank you for all the music in the world, for the passion, the groove, and all that you do. I just wanted to tell you thank you.
Stay tuned. More from the Boss of the Beach at WDETOnlineradio.com.